It's been exactly 1 year, 300. It's been exactly 365 days since I started my monk mode journey, and I was able to accumulate 250, and I was able to accumulate $250,000 online, and this is my honest and this is my honest opinion. This is my honest opinion about the monk mode. Today marks exactly 365 days since I started my monk mode journey, and this is exactly and this is and it has been life changing. And I'm going to be showing you exactly and it has been life changing. And I'm going to be showing you the results that I was able to drive and the 3 key points that I was able to see from the monk mode. It's been exactly 1 year today. It's been exactly 1 year today since I started my monk mode journey, and this is and this and I was able to drive, and I was today marks exactly 365 days since today marks exactly 365 days since I started my monk mode journey, and I was able to accumulate over $250,000. And this is exact and this is my this is my honest opinion about the monk. This is my honest opinion about the monk mode, and my 3 biggest takeaways. This is my honest opinion about the monk mode. My name is Paul. I just turned 21. I'm currently based in Toronto. My name is my name is Paul. My name is Paul. To you guys that haven't My name is Paul. For you guys that haven't seen my channel before, I just turned 21. Today marks exactly 1 year. Today marks exactly 1 year since I started my monk mode. And I'll be covering 3 key takeaways that I was able to learn. I'm gonna be covering 3 different, and I'll be talking about 3 biggest takeaways that I was able to learn throughout 365 days, just grinding every waking hour. Just a little bit of a background story. Last year, 2022, November 22nd was when I started my monk mode journey. Before that, I was actually working at 2 restaurants, both of them as a server. So I was making pretty good amount of money for my age. But I was also in the aviation program. And I was also in school. I was also in university for a business program, but I always wanted something more, and I knew that I could have done something better. And that's when I realized that I had to make a change. And in order for me to make a change, I knew my daily actions and daily habit also had to change. I knew that I had to make a change in life, which means that I knew I had to make a change, and I knew I had to change something in my life and wanted something more, which meant that I had to change the input, the daily actions, the daily habits that I had. Daily habits throughout my life. When I first started my monk mode, exactly 1 year ago today, I quit 2 of my jobs. I even paused my university just to make sure that I have no plan B, and I had to make this work because I do believe if you have a plan B, when you start your plan A, you're already looking for an escape plan, and you're going to fall into your plan B regardless, because the mindset is crucial. Just a little background story. I knew nothing about dropshipping, copywriting, marketing whatsoever. I started my monk mode journey with copywriting. I educated myself for almost 8 to 10 hours every single day for about 2 weeks, just about copywriting. And I got my first client, and I was actually providing my service to a dropshipping brand, and I've came to a realization that I could also do this myself, which is why I kind of transitioned into dropshipping, because I knew a lot about the marketing and the copywriting aspect, and the rest was history. And that's when everything started. In the beginning, I knew nothing about dropshipping. I had to search everything from YouTube, all the questions that I had, everything, all the problems, the questions, they were all answered on YouTube. The biggest It's crazy how people don't take the opportunity of the internet and the access to the information that which is one click, one type, and one search away. Anything that you want to know, any skill that you want to build, you're literally one search away. So I kind of leverage that. I use that as my advantage, and I try to educate myself, and I try to educate and I tried to absorb as much as information as I possibly could the first 2 to 3 months. And I started off my first store, and currently today I'm on my 22nd store, and I'll be talking about the results later on in the video. But my first key point, my first biggest takeaway was no one is coming to save you. You are the only one that can make any changes to your life. So as soon as I realized that, instead of you relying on your friends or your family or even your parents, you guys also have to understand that if you guys want to make changes to your life, no one's going to do it for you. You have to put in the work, you have to discipline yourself, you have to put in the daily actions if you want to make changes to your life. So if you really understand that idea, it's very simple, but people misunderstand. It's very simple, but people don't really take it seriously, because they let the university or the system just, give them the destination. But if you really want to make change in life, guys, you guys have to take responsibility, because in the near future, when you're 20, 30, when you're 30, 40, and you have nothing accomplished, you can't blame nobody. Your present self is accumulation of your past habits and daily actions. So keep that in mind. And my second point is understanding the power of compound. So I actually learned that concept on the book of Atomic Habits. The Atomic Habits goes thoroughly about the power of compound and how effective it is when you're building a skill, when you're building wealth and when you're accumulating wealth. And especially when you don't take failure as an option. Guys, I've tried 22 different stores the past 365 days. I knew that every time that I knew that daily actions that I was taking, and even though I didn't see any instant results, I understood that the daily actions, the habits, the practice that I'm putting in every single day, improving myself just by 1% every single day, trying to be the better version of myself than yesterday, I knew that the power of compound would take over, and I would see a drastic result in the future. Which is why on the second point, all comes down to On the second point, it all comes down to not taking failure as an option, which is very important. If you guys never quit, you guys can never fail. So if you guys really drill that into your head and make sure that just don't give up, because once you give up, you already lose. Once you give up, you lose the battle. As long as you guys keep pushing every single day despite not seeing the results, stop looking for instant gratification, wait for the delayed gratification. That's the hard part. But believe in the power of compound and don't take failure as an option. And just keep on grinding, and eventually the power of compound would do its thing and we'll show you the results. And show you the results. When I first started this, I had a strong belief in the power of compound, and I had faith and I kept pushing myself. But now with getting the results that I was actually imagining I was imagining 1 year ago, I can firmly believe and tell you guys that the power of compound is not a joke. As long as you guys improve 1% every single day, you guys will be able to make a drastic difference from the macro perspective. Take working out as an example. If you just work out 1 day a week, or if you just work out 1 day, you're not gonna see a bigger bicep. You're not gonna get bigger in just 1 day. People just believe and understand the fact that power of compound, with dedication and persistent workout, will eventually get you size. It's the same logic also applies to whatever you do in life. For example, accumulating wealth. In my case, it was drop shipping. Just understanding that the daily actions that you're taking, researching, trying things out, learning about marketing, starting a different store, just putting in the time for you to develop the skill. Understand that the power of compound is actually building from the back to build your character. So once the time is there, you will be able to use the skill set that you were able to accumulate that transitions into money machine. Please keep that in mind. Do not negate the power of compound. And my final point that I want to get across to you guys that helped me the most. It helped me the most was imagine who you want to become and start acting like that person, behave like that person, talk like that person. Try to imagine what that person would do in which type of situation. For example, for me, the person that I envisioned was the person that was running a multi 6-7 figure e-commerce store, that was disciplined, that went through adversity, had strong integrity, that had a high pain tolerance. So me imagining that person in my head, every time there was adversity, or every time there was a choice whether if I should go on my table, go on my desk and do work, or I just lay on my bed, or I just lay on my bed and just chill. And I imagine what that person would choose in that type of scenario. And the more you practice that, the more you become closer to that person. So try to have a strong mental image of who you want to become, and act and talk and behave as you think that person would. Try for 1 month and see how. Try for 1 month. You got nothing to lose. And see the power of compound taking over, and see the confidence that takes place once you actually see the results. And you can also directly see that you're actually becoming that person ultimately. So I actually want to put this part in the beginning of the video where I say, and the last point is what helped me the most. and you guys don't want to miss that. Yeah, just if I would appreciate if you can put that part in the beginning of the video to increase the retention. But but yeah, that was 3 key takeaways that I had in the past 365 days when I was on this monk mode. And guys, I genuinely think if you also try, yes, the person that's watching this video across the screen, you are watching this video because you have interest in changing your life. You're not comfortable in the situation that you're in, but you're not taking the first step. Try monk mode, burn all your boat, no plan B, have a firm goal, have a firm vision in mind. And I promise you, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. I had a goal to myself exactly 1 year ago when I started this journey, that I want to accumulate 100,000 by the end of this year, 2023. Remember, 100,000 revenue by the end of this year. I was envisioning that to myself every single day. Just this month alone, I was able to accumulate over $251,000 just this month alone. And we're currently prepping for BFCM that's happening in 2 days, which is going to be my first Black Friday. And I'm very excited for that. But yeah, guys, this is possible. I would never imagine myself seeing these numbers on my screen. This is today's sale. It's crazy. Guys, please understand. It may seem like it's a guru or it's very far-fetched from your reality. I promise you, you're one decision away from changing your life. As soon as you make that decision, as soon as you make that first step, you're already 50% closer to your dreams and the visions that you have. I genuinely think that the monk mode helped me a lot. I genuinely think monk mode was so effective because I've never seen myself grow physically, ever at this rate. I've never seen myself grow intellectually, mentally, physically at this rate ever. This past 2023, this year 2023 felt like maybe 1 month. It flew by, but every single day I was working on myself, working on my business, making sure my business is moving forward, and educating myself, reading a book. Just elevate yourself, guys. What really motivated me when I first started my monk mode was when I had a reality check after a month since I started my monk mode. Me looking back and really realizing how much I've learned in the span of that 30 days. Keep in mind, I knew nothing about dropshipping. I knew nothing about e-commerce when I first started this journey. Every time I searched for that YouTube video, every time I had a question, I searched that up on ChatGPT, YouTube videos, so many resources out there. I was able to absorb all those information, and after a month later, me just looking back and seeing and observing how much information that I was able to obtain in that short period amount of time, that really motivated me. And I was imagining and I was talking to myself, imagine what would happen in 1 year. Imagine what would happen in 2 months, 6 months, maybe 1 year. How much knowledge would I be able to obtain and how far would I go in life? That's the question I had. And that's the motivation. That was a drive factor that I had also. And the crazy thing is, do not underestimate the power of compound. If I can do it, you can do it too. The only thing that's holding you back is the belief. You don't believe in yourself. Trust me, guys, I've been there. I've been in your shoes before. I've been there. Across the screen. I was in your position too. It's the lack of belief that kills more dreams and failures. It's the lack of belief that kills more dreams and failures. Once you believe in yourself and take that first step, like I mentioned, you're already 50% there. But as soon as you stop believing in yourself, and as soon as you lose faith as soon as you lose faith to yourself, you already lost the battle. You need to understand that whatever you think and envision in your head is very powerful. Your mind is a weapon. Use it, utilize it, leverage it. Your mind is a weapon. Leverage it to your advantage. I genuinely hope that I was able to maybe shift some of your life maybe in a better direction and really made some of you guys understand that it's actually possible. Guys, I had nothing. In the beginning, I knew nothing about whatever I was doing. If I can do it, you can do it too. The reason why I'm making this video is so that I can at least somewhat add values to your life and perhaps change your mindset that it is actually possible. And if you guys doubt this, try it for 1 month. The time's gonna fly, no matter if you do it or not. So might as well try as soon as you watch this video. Take off your social media, no distractions. Don't go out with your friends. And just dedicate your life to that vision, that goal that you have. Nothing else, nothing more. And also, can you put this in the beginning of the video when I'm talking about the monk mode? And I wasn't going out with my friends, deactivated all my social media. The only focus that I had was purely my business, elevating myself, and just working out. That's it. Just improving myself. Yeah, just that part in the beginning of the video, so you know people have a better understanding. If you guys made it till if you guys made it till this far, if you guys made it this far to this video, that there's a reason why that you guys are still watching this video. Guys, this is a sign. Please take responsibility. You can make the change. My name is Paul. The reason why I'm documenting my journey, my name is Paul, and my purpose on my channel is to document my journey, to show everyone that it is possible. And I want to be the living proof that anyone can be a self-made multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever you want to achieve in life, just by having faith and having belief in your life, and just by having faith in yourself and the daily actions and the habits that you take every single day, and really trusting in God. Guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. You guys got this. Peace.